Very good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of you to the 14th Convocation ceremony. It is indeed my proud privilege to welcome our distinguished chief guest, Shri Shiv Pratap Shukla, the Honorable Governor of Himachal Pradesh. I am deeply grateful to the Governor for taking the effort all the way to come from Himachal Pradesh to be with us on this very special occasion. It demonstrates his deep commitment to the cause of education and to be able to have the opportunity to meet and inspire the graduating students of O.P. Jindal Global University. Thank you very much, sir, for taking this effort to be here. I would like to extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Her Excellency Ms. Ina Krishnamurthy, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Indonesia to the Republic of India. Thank you very much, Ambassador Krishnamurthy, for taking this effort to be with us here in Sonipat. And we deeply appreciate the time that you've taken to be with us on this special occasion. I would also like to take this moment to welcome all the distinguished parents who have come here to join this special occasion, celebrate your children's achievements, their journeys, and indeed their graduation. I also want to thank and appreciate the contribution and the presence of our faculty members who have, since yesterday morning, been with us through these convocation ceremonies. I'm deeply grateful to each one of them for their passion, commitment, and dedication to teaching, research, and most importantly, inspiring the young people. And of course, last but not the least, I want to extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished graduating students. Congratulations to the class of 2025. As I stand before you, I have a number of thoughts coming into my mind as to what I should speak to share my reflections on this very special occasion. But let me begin by sharing with you the moment that we are in here. As you graduate from the portals of this institution, a world is beckoning you with full of opportunities and challenges that will come to you in equal measure. I sincerely hope that the education that you have received here would keep you in good stead to not only provide the leadership to overcome those challenges, but also to have a deep sense of resilience to be able to withstand those challenges. I also think that you are completing your higher studies at a university when the world is beset with numerous conflicts. The ideal of peace and prosperity that we set out to fulfill as we established the United Nations in the 1940s, we have come a long way since then. The world has seen numerous wars, violence, and challenges to peace has been writ large. It is under these circumstances, the values, the ideals, the aspirations that we have tried to imbibe into you through the classroom experiences, through the experiential learning that you've got, as well as the education that you've received, is going to be tested through those years of your future. I can only hope that you will provide the moral leadership, the ethical compass that is needed to help the world become a better place. I only hope that you will be able to overcome those challenges despite the odds, the trials, the tribulations that you will indeed face. It's also a moment for you to look back at your past and to be able to be grateful for all that has happened to your life. The first set of people you should express your gratitude and a deep sense of appreciation are your parents themselves. Your parents and your relatives and your friends have contributed to your success. Your parents in particular had believed in you. They made numerous personal and professional sacrifices to ensure that you receive a world-class education. Through all those years, through your difficult times, they stood just behind you like a rock. And this is a moment for you to appreciate their contributions. It's also a moment for you to look back at the role of the teachers, the mentors, the faculty members, who have also gone beyond the call of duty to serve as your mentors, to be able to guide you and help you, enable you, empower you to be able to fulfill your fullest potential. These are extraordinary moments for you to look back at the journey and feel grateful. It is also a special moment for me personally as Vice Chancellor of O.P. Jindal Global University to thank and appreciate and celebrate the contribution of our Chancellor benefactor, Mr. Naveen Jindal. Mr. Naveen Jindal made a huge commitment towards philanthropy by establishing O.P. Jindal Global University as a tribute to his father in the year 2009. That journey that he began in the year 2009 that brought us all together is a testament to his commitment to the cause of education. While he doesn't generally like me to talk about this, but I want to make it a point to mention that Mr. Jindal has contributed more than 4,000 crores towards establishing this university and ensured a not-for-profit governance. Rarely ever in the history of India and in the history of the world, such commitment to philanthropy has been demonstrated by a single individual who set on to transform the landscape of higher education. I want to extend my deepest appreciation and sense of gratitude for what he did towards the future of India and indeed the world. In fact, the idea of business people and industrialists contributing through philanthropy is not something that has been established as a common norm. Very few countries have been able to develop that culture quite strongly. Of course, in our own historical evolution of our past, we have had some wonderful examples. The Banaras Hindu University in India, where the contribution of Sri Ram Manohar Lal, the contribution of people like him who have been able to build those institutions, Madan Mohan Malviya, beg your pardon, Madan Mohan Malviya ji's contribution towards establishing the Banaras Hindu University is an example of what can be possible through steadfast commitment towards institution building, to be able to inspire industrialists, to be able to give away resources and wealth for establishing great universities of learning. I want to take this moment to tell you that story, especially because of the fact that many of you in your own professional lives are going to be doing several things that will also help you to acquire wealth and in that process to be able to wield power. I sincerely hope that the power that you wield and the wealth that you acquire is able to put to use for the larger purpose of common good, and contribution towards institution building for nation building is the greatest contribution you can make as you look at the future. I also want to take a moment to tell you that the trajectory and journey of O.P. Jindal Global University is also an example of what is possible in a country like India. At the dawn of Indian independence in 1947, we had barely 20 universities in the country. Our higher education system was limited. The aspiration for India to be able to do things was limited. We had high levels of literacy. We had low life expectancy, barely 32, widespread diseases, and such was the time when we set on to establish a new nation and indeed creating aspirations for our generation. Extraordinary sacrifices were made by that generation of people to be able to build the future, dream a future. Today, after more than 75 years of our journey, when we look at the growth and evolution of India, we can be proud of the fact that the life expectancy in 1947, which was 32, has grown up to 72. The United Nations has estimated that in the decades to come, Indian life expectancy will become 82, which essentially means that we will be moving towards advanced economic development and indeed progressive levels of satisfaction when it comes to human development. I want to bring this to your knowledge and notice because this evolution, this aspiration, this dream of India to become a developed nation, the dream and vision of Viksit Bharat 2047 is possible only if we are able to focus on education. O.P. Jindal Global University is an example of what is possible in a country like India. We began in a very modest manner with just 100 students, 10 faculty members, 20 administrative staff, 4 classrooms, and 1 school in a then existing 54-acre campus with barely 100,000 square feet of built-up space. That was our modest beginning on 30th September 2009. Most of you were not there at that moment. Our Chancellor, Mr. Jindal, when he made that commitment towards the future of India, he was conscious of the fact that access to education is so critical. And hence we went on to establish and expand and deepen this institutional abilities to move forward. And today, after 16 years of evolution, I am happy to report to you that we are a university which has more than 16,000 students from 75 countries, more than 1,100 faculty members from 51 countries, and more than 2,000 administrative staff. And all our faculty, students and staff come from all states and union territories of India. JGU is a microcosm of India and the world. It's quite extraordinary that we have all come together in a place called Sonipat in Haryana, and we have brought the world to India and have taken India to the world. Not only have we been able to bring the world to India through these faculty members and students who are part of our community, but also we have taken India to the world. We have been able to establish substantive international collaborations with more than 550 universities in 85 countries in the world, with whom we do multiple forms of collaborations and partnerships. The rich beneficiaries of it are our students. Today, the graduating class have themselves experienced, many of them, these international programs which have helped them to understand the world a better place and also to engage with the world at large. As I look at our past, I can also see the future in which O.P. Jindal Global University will be further able to expand and fulfill our larger vision of not only to be a world-class university, but also to be able to benchmark our academic standards with the best of the institutions in the world. While the oldest universities in the world today are the Oxfords and the Cambridge and the Bolognas, each of whom are approximately 800 to 900 years old, you must know that Indian civilizational heritage had institutions such as Nalanda, Takshashila, Vallabhi and Vikramshila. These institutions of higher learning had contributed more than 2,000 years ago in fulfilling the vision of what Indian civilization was and what Indian educational heritage was. Such was the extraordinary past that we are in some ways following the past to reach the present and indeed the future. I sincerely hope that the opportunity to be educated at JGU also enables you and empowers you to be able to take up multiple choices of careers and also look at education as one such possibility. On a more personal note, since I moved to India in the year 2008, when I was working in Hong Kong as an academic, I have given more than 15,000 talks across the country. I have traveled in the length and breadth of India and addressed high school students, university and college students across India. And almost every talk I give in every school, college, institution in India, at the end of the talk, I always ask a question: how many of you would like to become a teacher? How many of you would like to become a professor? And this has been my standard question since the earliest talks I gave in the year 2008 and the latest talks I had given simply a few weeks ago. I am sad to report, quite unfortunately, that almost every part of the country that I go, almost every school, college, institution I have been to and I have spoken at in India, whenever I asked the question, how many of you would like to become a teacher, a professor, not even 1% of the group are able to raise their hand. We have quite unfortunately created an educational system where not only the best, but even the second best of our graduating students across schools, colleges, universities do not aspire to become a teacher, a professor, an academic. We simply cannot fulfill the goals of Viksit Bharat in 2047 if we will not be able to create a high-quality education system at all levels of the education sector, be it schools, colleges, universities. We need to transform our society, reimagine and reinvent our future if we are to seriously achieve the goals of 2047, which is to become a developed nation. I sincerely hope many of the graduating students of JGU today aspire to become an academic, a professor, a faculty member, a teacher, a researcher, so that you are not only able to create knowledge and contribute to research, but also disseminate that knowledge so that you can inspire a generation of students who themselves can participate in the nation-building effort. It's also true that the possibility to shape the young minds is the greatest contribution we can make through universities and colleges, as well as what happens in the classroom and outside. I want to end by saying that I sincerely hope that universities such as JGU remain the beacon of hope and aspiration for building the future of India and the future of the world. India is a country of 1.5 billion people, of which 1 billion are less than 35 years of age. These young Indians, including the graduating students who are present here, have the potential to shape the future of India and the world, but it also comes with the responsibility to be able to do it. Your education and the opportunities and the privileges that you have received here should help you shape the future. I am happy to report that since the last 16 years, we at JGU have been able to inspire a generation of our graduates to come back and to be part of our own academic journey. Believe it or not, we have 100 faculty members in this university who are graduates of JGU. They have studied here. Many of them went abroad. Some of them have worked abroad and have chosen to come back to India and to Sonipat. In fact, sometimes in the interview I asked them, aren't you tired of Sonipat, that after all your years of study in the world's best institutions, including India, why do you want to come to Sonipat? And the answer is, they want to contribute to the effort of nation building. It is always about a cause and a commitment that goes beyond the self, and that has brought people from across India and around the world to be here. So many of our faculty members are here who are making significant contributions, who could be simply anywhere in the world. It is not that they didn't have other options and opportunities to work, but they have chosen to be in Sonipat, in Haryana, in India, so that they can make a contribution and indeed make an impact for the future. With those words, I once again want to congratulate the graduating class of 2025. I leave you with extraordinary hopes and aspirations. I know for sure that you will not only fulfill the dreams and aspirations of yourself, but also for the country and the world that you will inherit. Thank you very much.